Wait a minute, I tell you. You ain't heard nothing.
続けてくれ、ルテナント。
Well, hello, folks, and welcome to another Mechpit chat. The weekend may have come and gone, and we're sadly into the start of the week, but there's no reason to be all down and mopey and feeling too blue. No, not when it's now apparently the first week of school for many of those kiddies. So parents celebrate and rejoice all over. I know quite a few that are very happy that school's finally back in session, but it's Thursday, man. No, Ronnie, I assure you, it is in fact Monday. Like the last I checked, it is. Otherwise, like I'd be running some D&D right now or some other tabletop. No, you don't play that. You're not gonna trick me, okay? I'm not falling for that again. What a weekend it was. It's just kind of hitting on me how it's time to start getting into the regular swing of the things, and also just how much of the year has gone by. I mean, it was just hitting me today how we're now about 2 months out from Halloween, which really means which means we're 4 months out with like the rest of the year. It's like, where did it all go? And what have I accomplished? That's always the ever living question. It's always there, kind of nagging at you. Like, did you go out and accomplish everything you wanted to do today? Are you winning, son? And you got to try. You make the most of it and learn to be happy with where you're at, because we're not going to be able to get everything done ultimately. I certainly thought at this point in my life I'd probably have a lot more for myself than I do, but I've kind of learned to accept where it is. Yes, I can always make some changes to myself. In fact, I know there's a lot more I could be doing better for myself, but that's sort of with that in mind. It's a ever-present reminder that I can always be better tomorrow than I was today. And that's just kind of something that keeps me going, ultimately. Is I want to make sure I'm doing better today than I did yesterday. Well, folks, I think we should probably go ahead and get on with this, as I've done lamenting for myself. It's also important. Yes, those goals that makes you want to accomplish for yourself are always worth having out there. You always find yourself finding that new little project for yourself to go and flesh out. And for myself, as of late, it's been apparently combining like four monster manuals into a simpler, more condensed digital resource for myself. So all the stuff that I've picked up, I'm going through and kind of, instead of having like 5 books on the shelves that I have to take with me to a session or something, where I'm like, I got to reference all these things. Why don't I just condense it all down and put it into one convenient file, like something like OneNote, where I can have access to it all on my phone or whatever. And then whenever I feel like it, I can like, hey, let me get stats for a crack. But that is enough of that. I have lamented on them long enough, and I think it's time to bring a couple of fine folks on into the stream here with me, because they have been far too patient for me. They've been far too good for me. But yeah, we're gonna take advantage of them all the same. So, guys, without further ado, let me find the right clip here for a couple of these boys. One's got his own, one have his generic. We'll make this work.
Oh, you gods! My roast is ruined!
What if I were to purchase fast food and disguise it as my own cooking?
Well, hello, boys. Welcome.
What's going on, guys? Hello, hello.
How's it hanging?
It is
That's
going,
doing-
my friends.
It's doing good. I was telling Ironcaster I did a solo session like right before I saw the Mechpit was about to drop tonight. So I got a little Mafia game I'm going on right now. So, yep.
Does it have big robots?
Not that kind of Mafia. No, more like 1960s, 1970s style Mafia.
Like, I'm just saying the Rat Pack with Gundams would be pretty keynote.
That would be something interesting for sure.
Suppose
but-
it would be.
I mean, look, that's just where my mind is at today. But, guys, how are you doing?
Well, your lamenting now just got me thinking because October this year will be 2 years I've now been going by the Ultra Mega Teacher RPG, and I did a kind of a 1 year video last year just talking about how far I've gone, where I went from being canceled and slandered for my own different views and stuff to now I'm actually going strong with a decent like group of people behind me and I interact with. So
Much like the Phoenix, you have risen from the ashes to make something anew.
yep.
Snacks,
Like a
buddy,
floater.
how are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I'm okay. It's yeah, it's a good day.
Snacks, you sound sad. You need a little cheer up. Do you want to feel better? What if we get Gary to give you a
Maybe.
gift?
Oh, sweet.
That's cute.
Gary brought you a colony. He knows your soul's weighed down by gravity. Say thank you to Gary.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks.
Yeah, it's my Sunday before my Monday tomorrow, which because I don't start my work week until Tuesday. So
Nice.
All right,
It's
so
been hell of a Monday for me, but
So I have
Oof.
so much stuff that's kind of popped up like in the last like day or so that I was looking at. I'm like, I really want to sit here and just kind of talk about Gundam Wing as I've now finally finished it. But then I'm like, holy crap, there's been so much other stuff here. So without further ado, guys,
rewatch
Yes,
or,
I
or
just
first time. Okay,
that's right.
rewatch. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, surely you've seen it before.
Oh, of course. It's okay. Gundam Wing was the pivotal anime out there. It was one of those introductory door openers for myself and many other, 30 somethings from the mid 90s.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, we were single digits then, but still, 1997 was a magic year.
It was a gateway anime for a lot of, just anime in general, not just mecha.
mm,
Hunter, I guess before we go on, tell me, have you seen Gundam Wing?
I've seen like clips. I remember. I think it was like Toonami in the early 2000s. They had a Gundam show. I think I maybe caught a few episodes of here and there. If I did happen to see it, I don't remember which Gundam it was though.
It's okay.
Okay. Well,
It did have that robot. I remember like almost every Gundam show I remember seeing had that exact robot that's there in the middle.
yeah, that would have been Gundam Wing then.
Yeah.
So for myself,
Or it might have been another Gundam, and you might be getting it confused.
That's possible. So for myself, Gundam Wing is one of these shows that I remember watching when it first came out, being all amazed because I was 8 years old at the time, and it was unlike anything else that was out there. And then I came back to it, a good decade later. It was like, maybe this is me as good as I remember when I'm like 16, 17 years old. And I think I have some sense of taste. And now here I am, a 30-something, once more coming back to this series and revisiting it. What the fuck were people fighting for, aside from peace?
It
That's
just felt
like
like there was
that's
always
Age-old question, right? It's like, what was Oz after? What was the space organization Oz after? You know what I mean?
And my God, that was the thing I remember being frustrated about with Gundam Wing, because everyone's just kind of fighting, vaguely fighting, but it's like the causes for why are not fully fleshed out, and Merlin is made to be this important character in the show, who has this bold idea of peace. Peace is good. It's like, yes, yes, of course, everyone believes in peace. Where they keep asking the question, well, what are you fighting for? I don't know. I'm kind of fighting because they won't stop shooting at me.
I got the freaking long song now going through my head. That's all I have. A girl worth fighting for.
Mhm.
Okay. So yes. So as most Gundam tropes go, the the two entities at odds are the people of Earth and the people of space,
Right.
the colonies, and they were like, I guess, oppressed or something like that. I'm not. I'm vaguely remembering it. You know what I mean? But there's always like some kind of an animosity between the space noids and the Earth noids. And
Because the original with the way the show started, right? It was sort of built up as this idea that uh, the Rockefeller Foundation through Oz was seeking to essentially usurp the control of the world government
mhm,
and to become this total dominant military force on Earth. And
yep,
so some scientists from the colonies basically sent terrorists to go and stop their military actions.
essentially to take away their sword from their arsenal of influence, right? So they were just attacking Oz bases. For the most part, they were just attacking Oz bases.
Yep. And then ultimately they got tricked and manipulated into doing the dirty work of Oz itself, of the forces from within, to take out much of the prominent leadership that are trying to vie for peace.
Yep. Yep. And then even within the Oz organization, there has been a little animosity because didn't Zex, like, at one point in time, didn't he um turn coat, I should say, per se? He switched sides. Not really switched sides, but
Well, it's the idea we ultimately got with Char, which really made him shine as
Zex.
a Char clone, where by putting them out of the mask, he becomes a different person.
Yeah.
And now he has to change fundamentally what he fights for after the mask cracks, and he can no longer maintain that old identity.
Yeah, I've been watching. They've been coming out slower, but they're funny as hell. As the Gundam Wing at Bridges.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
They're coming out pretty yeah, slowly, but they're slowly getting into it. It's kind of funny. I like episode 2's Noin's Loins. Was it freaking Zex Machine? There we go.
Sounds about right.
Yes, yeah, that's funny.
The last time I wound up going through this show, I was just kind of frustrated with it and thinking, my God, there are so many better Gundam series that this one is that
Oh
in a
yeah.
way I had grown to sort of lament and dislike Gundam Wing for just how dominant of a franchise it is. When going back to rewatch it, I'm like, this is just not a well told story.
Yeah, but it was lots of action. You had not just one, not just two, not just 3 or 4, but 5 Gundams and a Tolkien's son to boot. Yep. But yes. So that was kind of the main shtick was like, hey, we have multiple Gundams, right? We're not just having the one Gundam. We have multiple Gundams going crazy. And it was the mid '90s. It was about like a whole bunch of different Gundams, like, like G Fighters was just all its premise was different Gundams fighting each other.
Well, right, but at least with that, as crazy as that was, there was a more coherent story to it. This just is getting sort of lost in the mud of trying to tell the story. What we have, these 5 main protagonists to kind of follow around, and then the forces around them that we sort of forget about for a while, then we kind of come back to hear them here or there, and it's ultimately a muddy series.
No, I agree. I agree.
It ultimately shines for, and it's undeniable to kind of take that away. Like, I'm not going to say Gundam Wing is. I'm not saying Gundam Wing is a terrible series, but it is just a flawed one.
Yeah, I can see that. Like I said, it's all about action for this one. It's all about action. The story might be a little, loosey goosey, but at the end of the day, we're seeing Gundams like destroy Leos, destroy Aries, destroy Pisces, and the Cancers, and flying up and destroying Tauruses, and all those zodiac symboled, you know, mass produced.
The full Gemini.
Yeah, the whole Gemini. Yep. And then it brings out the Epion or the Talgis, and then there's a big clash. That's kind of what we're looking for in Gundam Wing. Is those like skirmish battles.
Right. I mean, you compare this to a lot of the other kind of action oriented stuff we would have had around the time, which would have been a lot of your kind of leftover your 80s, made to sell toys cartoons, and then you started getting some of the stuff like Reboot out there.
Mm-hmm.
There was a need and an urge for these more action oriented shows. I mean, Batman the animated series was just kind of coming on right about the same time as well. This had a great
years prior, yeah.
A great opportunity, yeah, great car, a great opening. It was, I mean, that's a masterpiece show in its own right. It hit the right time, but there's also the matter of looking at it now for what it is. And I think that's something to take into mind when we look at these things. Yes, well, to kind of play both sides of that fence, I suppose. It's undeniable for me to take away from this series how influential and how important it was when it came out. But I also have to look at it through the modern lenses and not through my little rose-tinted lenses. I've got those glasses here, and I'm not putting them on for this show.
Good. We'd had to kill you.
Like
that human's armed.
No, we'll put them down here. They're not going out.
Yeah.
No, it's
like when it's like in G-Quox when the mono eye turns red. It's like that's Zaku's armed.
It's a bit of a hard one for me to score, but I want to give it a 6.5 or 7 because there's some great elements in it. I love the characters. Duo Maxwell is still my favorite pilot.
Oh yeah, I'm Troa. I'm Mr. Troa all the way.
So you got amnesia?
Huh? Troa's just
out of curiosity.
boss.
Have you ever met anyone who says Quattro is their favorite?
Charclone?
No.
Or character, I guess. Yeah.
No, Sandrock.
Oh, Sandrock. Catra. Yeah, Catra.
Yes, Catra.
Yeah. You said Quattro. I was like, that's one of Char's aliases. No, Catra. You know what? I've never really seen anyone say Catra. Maybe I've seen people like Sandrock, like the Gundam himself, but the pilot not so much. And Wu Fei makes me laugh. Just the things. You're just a woman.
He's the most based of them all.
Yeah. Just comes in, freaking fight me man to man. Duels. What's his name? Trey's, in a sword fight outside the gun, outside the mobile suits.
I brought a Gundam to a sword fight. I brought a Gundam to a sword fight.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, you'll be able to do that, and I don't know if you guys have seen this on but Lion Wing Publishing, the people who made the I forget the name of the Kamen Rider like game that they made. I own it, and the name escapes me right now. But they're
I've got
making,
it.
yeah, they're making I'm losing my words now. I don't know why. But they're making an English translation of a Japanese game from the 80s and 90s called Where's Blade, and it's sword, sorcery, and mecha.
Cool.
You talking about this one?
Yep, that's the one. And I'm like, because my thought is, if I wanted to do a mecha RPG, I think Escaflowne, with the giant bosses are having those sword duels with each other. That's the kind of mecha game I want.
Yeah. That's essentially
1989.
Escaflowne.
Yeah, this would have been one of those really influential, giant robot, TTRPGs of the time for that. What kind of little bit we know of that era with Japan with role playing games, because it's kind of tough for some things to sort of jump the language barrier. We know certain things where they're like Sword World, but that is a whole other topic.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese, they like their tabletop RPGs. They just play a little differently in some
They're all
different.
D6s too.
What's that?
They're all D6 systems too.
Yeah. Like I said, they play a little differently, but there is a market over there. So.
Yep. So I guess final score, I'm gonna say it's a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I give it an 8 just for nostalgia purposes, but yeah, I get you with the I follow the story, but it's probably not the best story. Like I will admit it's not the best story.
It gets so frustrating with this show because half the characters talk about, well, I'm fighting for peace, and it's like, well, that's an end goal, but why are you actually fighting? We're not getting a reason for that, and that's the frustrating part looking at this show now.
Yeah, we just get the cause, but no reason. Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of hard to find out the reason. I mean, even my favorite manga slash first part is an anime, but Gundam Thunderbolt. Like, what's the reason for them to fight? And there's a lot of like everyone's got a different reason. Like one
Why
guy,
did they fight? Military conscription.
well, some of them, yeah. There's a bunch that are in a cult. There are some that are just in the Federation. There's some that were war veterans, but then their crew lost, so it's all out for revenge. There's another person who's in it for revenge over everyone, and it gets really crazy. And it's just like the last couple volumes, you're just like everyone's like reasoning for what they're doing is starting to like emerge, and you're like, oh smokes, this is starting to go crazy. But yeah, it's sometimes you want to hold the cards, you don't always want to like everyone's reasoning to be like out in the open. But I get it. If you never show the cards, it's just like, who won the game? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now, in truth, they fight for jazz music and war amputees. I mean, that's Thunderbolt.
I don't know if there would make more jazz music in the later series, because I don't know, like in the manga, there's not that much like jazz scenes as the first like couple volumes, but
with that said, I've got a whole little list of stuff here I wanted to hit on real quick, because we do have some big robot news and other related stuff that's
I have little robot news too. My the Zoc Lobster diorama's done. I just need to take a couple pictures.
Zoc Lobster. Da, 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 da.
So I don't have that, but I have Zoidberg.
Yeah.
So with some recent news that's been coming on, Paramount now has a new owner, Skydance, who wants to go in and get their game, get themselves a bunch of money, and has been making a few changes behind the scenes, including some new, including talks of Michael Bay returning to come direct some more Transformers. And say what you will about those films, for as bad as they were, the dude made money, and to a studio, that's the most important thing.
Nice.
Because as we pull this up, Paramount's new administration confirms more Transformers movies are coming.
Is this going to change Paramount Plus at all with them being having new owners, or no?
Fundament, it's hard to say because the dust hasn't fully settled. We don't know quite which way the winds are going to be blown ultimately. That said, there's a few things you can count on. For example, was it Tim Sheridan with his Sheridan verse is going to be getting a shit ton of money because the guy brings in eyeballs.
Mm.
Let's see. Well, the fan base has been in an uproar over Michael Bay's possibly returning. There's been nothing officially announced by Paramount regarding that, as they might go to that direction. But, it's still kind of around. We do have confirmation they do plan on releasing more Transformers films in theaters in the coming years. At a media event, two leaders of Paramount said they plan on releasing 15-20 movies per year. So we're talking at least about two movies a month, including a few notable franchises such as Top Gun, Star Trek, I think there was some news that they were getting rid of the current the bad robot people. G.I. Joe, Terminator, Star Trek.
I will say
that on here twice.
The bad robot people, they pushed out content like no tomorrow. It wasn't good content.
I mean, wasn't that we got the crappy Halo series?
Yes. Like I said, they pushed out content like there was no tomorrow. It wasn't good content, but it was content nonetheless. And it's just like, would you rather have like a drought with a few showers of good content, or would you have like just an endlessly just flood of slop?
So I don't know if y'all remember this. I don't remember the title of the movie, but there was a Halo movie that was released at one point that it focused on they were like kid cadets in training, right? And they were like training, and then
Fall Onto Dawn, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember watching that it was years ago, and that was good. I didn't think that one that was that bad. So for him to go from that, and I haven't seen any of the Halo series. I've only heard of just how horrendous it is.
Dear God, no! Do not watch that thing.
If you like a fan of the original lore, do not watch it. If you don't know anything about Halo whatsoever, you might be able to get away with. You might be like, oh, this is okay, but.
I've played through the three main ones, so I do know a majority of what goes on in it.
Okay. So when I was saying Michael Bay makes money, and when you look at the numbers, when you compare just the box office totals, it's undeniable because this here doesn't even take into consideration the merchandise and the toys.
Yes.
The very top of this, we have $400 million from Revenge of the Fallen. $350 million, another $300 for Transformers, Age of Extinction, and this was something that had come up for me this week.
Was this net profit, or is this like?
This is just domestic box office. This is just basically U.S. box office. So this is even taking into account the international, and if you were to, then you would see Revenge of the Age of Extinction, I think, would possibly be way up higher just because. Oh, actually, if we pull this in, here we go. Dark of the Moon made a $1.1 billion worldwide box office.
Holy smokes!
Mm.
And
China
2011, that was something in 2011. $1 billion freaking movies were head turners, It still is $1 billion movie. $1 billion worldwide is that's the movie that everyone had to see,
No, Snacks, you're wrong. J.J. Abrams, James Gunn told us $500 million is the new billion. What a dumb phrase.
Yeah, no.
But
I mean,
you look down here at almost close, like second from the last. Transformers 1, the last movie we just had, couldn't even make couldn't even double its own production cost.
I'll still
Which is
man that
weird
argument.
because
Like 500 million could be the new billion because streaming and all that stuff is so like it's so quick from freaking theater to streaming. You know what I mean? Like if you can net 500 million people like tickets like seeing in theater, like that's good. But if you can freaking get a billion, like that's
But the difference is though, general audiences remember $1 billion being basically used for marketing. Like when all those Marvel movies back to back were just $1 billion smash hits. It was a marketing juggernaut that just marketed itself after a while. Like they didn't have to spend the money on it, and it's like to take a step down from that now. What 6-7 years later, it's never going to be the same. No, people are gonna look at these things and think that they're not doing as well because they know the number could be bigger.
Yeah, 2011 was like it was still like baby Netflix. You know, Netflix was big, but it wasn't like it wasn't like you know like a how do you say just like a daily thing that everyone has. You know.
does anyone remember when Netflix used to mail the DVDs to you at one point?
Yes. Vince, the truth is the ultimate truth is people want dumb popcorn action flicks where they can see just two toys getting smashed together. Where we just like I don't have any actual good Transformers in reach, so I have my two Godzilla Blu-rays. That I just be like, rah, 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 rah. This Godzilla's going rah, 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 and they're gonna. That's all audiences want. They just want to see the monsters.
Make a baby kaiju.
Yeah, and that's how we got Zilla. But that's all people want. They just want to see a good dumb film. And after all the woke bullshit we've had for the last decade now, just give us some dumb.
Which is interesting because Transformer 1 didn't have anything like that I saw when I watched it in there, and I thought it was a decent film for what it was.
Yeah, it was okay.
True, but there was also quite a bit of fatigue there with the franchise where people got, frankly, used to those movies, and after a while, they sort of became known as really dumb movies when there was sort of a different tonal shift. And at the end of the day, it wasn't what people wanted.
Yeah, Transformers it does kind of it's known as the big splody CGI robot film.
guys,
I kind of got tired of the movies after I think like the third or the fourth one. I mean, I just think they should have kept. My opinion, I wasn't really watching for Transformers. I was watching for Shia LaBeouf.
No, you're wrong. Get out of here. But before you do all that, we have
fun times over. Punkwaddle's here.
Yeah, the sheriff's in town.
Waddle, waddle. And he waddled on in. Waddle, waddle.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
At least you weren't talking about, that other Transformer. I mean, Megan, what's her name?
Yeah, let's not go into there because that's a can of worms. That is too dark for.
Oh, sorry. I mean, wasn't it her replacement? The girlfriend was a Transformer. That's right. And when the
second movie.
His new college girlfriend was a Transformer. Sorry.
Okay. Yes. I thought you were going somewhere way else with that. I'm like,
I thought that too for a minute. I'm like, did I miss something?
There's multiple like dark entities that's on the other side of the moon on that one.
True. And
It
that
wasn't
is
even
my
his
moon.
girlfriend. It was just a Decepticon that was following him and tried to kill him.
Which is another reason, guys, just because she's cute doesn't mean you invite her back to her dorm room, Anyway.
I mean,
Don't
if
stick your dick in crazy.
All right,
also
so-
true.
I mean,
Anyway.
if she's a Decepticon, man, I'm just gonna put a ring on it.
Well, guys, like I said, I have a whole slew of stuff here I wanted to show off and kind of get a little talks on, and I'm gonna subject you to some of this stuff. And I don't know. You guys remember the '90s, right?
No.
You remember
Yes.
all the super popular platformer video games? How everyone had their own mascot that they were trying to like make a thing.
Yeah, because you had Crash Bandicoot, you had Gex the Gecko, you had
Mhm.
Mario, Sonic.
Mhm.
Who else?
I'm trying to remember. Oh, who else was there? Did they have like a monkey mascot for some monkey game?
There was Ape Escape, yes.
Yes.
However, if it's gonna take you, you're never gonna get there because he's pretty infamous for being a terrible mascot. But you're never gonna guess who's coming back in 2025 of all characters.
Is it the cat?
It is Bubsy.
Oh, as soon as you said that, I suddenly I remember seeing a post about it. I'm like, oh crap, it's the cat.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, Bubsy the Bobcat is
Me.
infamous for having one of the worst 3D platformers of all time in
Oh.
Bubsy 3D.
Yeah, I haven't heard of this.
Yeah.
And apparently,
I've heard
Limited
of
Run
it.
Games Limited Run Games has decided to get involved and bring us the Bubsy collection.
Why?
It's coming, Windows PC via Steam, Xbox, Switch, PS5, because we are in an age of nostalgia. And
And the IP was cheap. What do you want from me, Punkwaddle?
waka waka.
Okay, fair point.
Actually,
So
that might be true.
with it, we are getting Bubsy, Bubsy on the Super Nintendo, Bubsy 2, Bubsy and Fractured Furry Tales from the Atari Jaguar, and Bubsy 3D.
Wow. Wow.
I had to stop what I was doing when I saw this was an article. I'm like, this game was terrible. I don't know. Did any of you guys ever happen to play Bubsy 3D?
No.
No.
I never played it. I have seen gameplay of it, and even just looking at the gameplay, like it's basically like if you took how the camera is in Resident Evil and made it just 20 times worse.
Oh.
Yes, and it was that extra challenge because it was from the early days of 3D platforming where no one quite knew how to set up the controls. So Agent Decibel, this was a legitimately bad game whose controls made it next to impossible to play. And I don't care. It was a game that needed to be either completely scrapped or trashed, or let someone fix these controls.
So are they trying to do some updates, or are they just remastering it, or are they just saying we're just repackaging and put it back out in the world?
Let's see if we can actually find some video in here of this.
Because I mean,
oh,
They're repackaging it. That's all it is.
Oh my god, I remember that now because every time you would jump, the camera would shift above you. So
oh
you
no, oh no, that's the worst. Like, I hate playing. So 3D games we're used to it, but like right now, there are certain games that when you talk to another character, you engage in certain things, it'll shift the camera on you, or you do certain animations, and that's bad enough. But like top down, that is
wait a minute.
There's more.
Refurbished edition because he's a furry, featuring full analog controls. Maybe they found a way to fix the janky controls and make it somewhat playable.
That's not all, folks.
That was camera control.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we're cooking. Maybe I have judged you too harshly here.
Or not harshly enough.
So concept art, interviews, Bubsy comics.
Oh.
Yeah, just
They're trying to push this a thing. Huh, that's what it is.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't blame them because maybe they'll make something good out of it. But well,
Is this
Punkwaddle-
because Nintendo Switch and all the download codes and the cartridges that aren't cartridges? Is this been like, we're gonna call back to the oldenest of olden days? Also, if this is Atari, does this mean an ET remastered is in the works?
good luck with that. That property, aside from being infamously bad, is going to be tied up in a Steven Spielberg-sized licensing limbo.
Oh, good. So we're at least safe for now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's one guy who needs a lot more money.
Yeah.
But
Spielberg.
you know who does need more money though? Discotheque.
Why does that sound familiar?
Okay, so Punkwaddle, you were fortunate enough to have talked this weekend with our near and dear friend Brandon, the anime guy, about a bunch of brand new releases coming from Discotheque Media.
About an hour's worth going through that, and I'm not complaining, but dang, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Oh yeah,
right. And I'm going to be very short with this because there was a lot, and I wanted to kind of skim this just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We are getting some great little hits here, like for example, Shin-Chan.
This is funny.
Oh, it is so funny. It was like this show that was like too adult for the time it came out at,
and now it's
also
perfect.
Like
Shin-Chan was just a shit posting animation that no one wanted to put down for God knows what reason, and it's just been going strong for how long has it been?
They are still releasing Shin-Chan movies.
I did not really. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look into this more.
It's been a while, but
like
yeah.
There's a couple things I remember from this show, including like the girl character. The running bit was her abusive father. Like, so they would make little edgy jokes about like dad's gonna beat the family when he gets home. And so she perpetuates the violence by beating the snot out of her rabbit.
Yeah.
They had their own tokusatsu hero called Action Bastard.
Yep.
And we see on screen here his patented bastard beam.
Yeah.
Just a splooge of goo.
So is
that
this
happens
like
to be white?
Is this Reddit or 4chan level? Or...
Agent, no, Agent.
No.
You
know, the thing is,
no one wins that game.
You lose them no matter what. I like that idea at least.
I made the mistake of introducing him to Chris Chan and the documentary. At first, he says, no,
whatever you do, not forge your own Sonichun medallion. Do not do it.
The funny thing is,
or make more of them.
I was pushing on him like, dude, you have to watch this. And he's like, no, there's no way I'm going to watch this. And then before he knew it, he's like, he's binging the episodes.
Yep.
I was about to ask if this was the podcast that I remember. Because I tried listening to it at one point, and then after a while, I'm like, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
Didn't he get the Shin-Chan guy get arrested or whatnot? Not Shin-Chan, Chris Chan.
Chris Chan?
Yes, and now he's out. He got released.
Yep.
That doesn't
serve his time.
But speaking of things that are coming out,
what he did was terrible, but it wasn't like putting away for life.
So you've already talked about Transformers. We've talked about Chris Chan, and now we're having a coming out party.
And now we got Brody's in the chat.
Yes, but also, folks, we are also getting the Mega Man show on
I am a robot.
Yeah, this is what I'm.
robot Mega Man. Oh, oh my gosh, I remember the few times I got to watch the show. It was like there was something magic about it.
I was young when I watched this stuff. Oof.
I saw the 2000s one where it's like it was almost like it was like
Not the
it
same.
was like
Not
yeah,
the same at all. At all.
I'm
You
not
probably
saying
watched-
it's the same, but that's the one I remember. It's where it's like
Yeah.
basically it's like it was like Digimon but Mega Man.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're talking about the TV series from Mega Man Battle Network.
Yes, Battle Network.
Oh yeah,
Because I've also played those games too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. So let's see. The Mega Man the Complete series is coming out. Discotech is delivering, and they have so much stuff coming out, including the Castle of Cagliostro with a brand new dub. This is one of my favorite Lupin the Third movies, and the fact that they are bringing in the legendary voice cast that has basically made these characters the standout stars they are today. Like, Lupin the Third is a franchise where I will go, like, basically purely for the dub, because I'm sorry, like, the voice cast here is too iconic. Tony Oliver as Lupin.
Well, this is also one of Miyazaki's first films, right?
Correct. This was
And-
before Studio Ghibli was a thing.
But this also set the precedent of Miyazaki got really good American voice cast, which helped set his movies apart in a lot of ways. But back to you. But that was
No,
But
he got top A like grade freaking dubbings for like most
Yeah.
of his films, and that did help a lot.
and with that said, this is getting a brand new English dub, so there's bringing in a whole new cast,
Interesting.
which is to kind of bring it more in line with the cast that's been around for quite a few years.
yeah.
That, you know, when you think Lupin the Third or you watch anything related to it, this is the voice cast you think of.
Nice.
Let's see what else. Well, geez, Discotech released and announced so much stuff. Like, I have to kind of go through and kind of check my list because, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, I just clicked something I shouldn't have.
Uh-oh. Don't bring that up on screen. What?
We don't want to see your hentai collection.
Yeah.
No. You're gonna see all the Kamen Rider because we're getting Kamen
not
Rider
a-
Stronger,
Very porn.
Oh yeah. Faster, stronger, better, smarter.
which
The
now
dash-
which
oh,
Kamen Rider.
Oh.
Stronger.
the Amazon is what I'm sorry, did I jump the shark there?
no, you're fine because that basically these two are both coming out.
Because that one, holy crap! The preview for that one is just like the Tarzan of the bugs.
Mhm.
Now, a lot of the stuff that they've been picking up has been a lot of the pre-2000s Kamen Rider.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to pull up, okay, yeah. So, Black and Black RX, I believe, were the last two series that were done before it had its own similar sort of hiatus, where for about a good 15 years or so, there was basically no Kamen Rider. I think 89 was the last year that one of these series had come out. And then Shout Factory has been starting to pick up some of the like 2000 on forward series. So there is a kind of fundamental, like, pivotal shift, whereas a lot of these pre-series are basically a human who gets kidnapped and modified by scientists to try and take over the world, who then fights against a lot of the monsters created by the evil organization. There was a bit of a formula to it, and if you saw something like Shin Kamen Rider, you would kind of get the gist of that from Shocker and the stuff they were making.
It's literally the Shin Kamen Rider, and a lot of the not, I don't want to say all the series of Kamen Rider is the same like origin story, but a lot of them have pretty similar, a good chunk of them have.
In particular, that was the general, like, motif. That was the general idea. All of these, 80s on back series were from, like, the Showa and Heisei eras of Japan. that was basically what you were expecting from Kamen Rider. It was just kind of a excuse. It had its own formula for a kung fu bugman. But of course, with that, we also get some other stuff, including some Kikaider.
Do you think that's where Beetleborg or the version of Beetleborg kind of stemmed from the Sentai bug popularity?
Yeah, I would say it's probably fair to say, because that also was part of a series called Metal Heroes.
Yeah.
Which I don't know as much about Metal Heroes outside of what I saw of Big Bad Beetleborgs back in the 90s.
Right.
Which was in itself trying to chase Power Rangers.
Right. Which was, I mean, and I know, and I probably shouldn't have said anything because that can give us 3 hours of rabbit holes of Sentai. But like anyway.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's a series I'm not as well versed on. I just I kind of loosely remember some stuff from it. But it was one of those issues where it did kind of okay enough to survive, but not enough to really go past the second season we got of it.
Yeah, we are VR troopers. And
but yeah, no, that was kind of fundamentally a lot of what I had going on, what I had to sort of bring up. Unless, of course, you want to talk about Wizards of the Coast and modern animation efforts, but that is.
I mean, I figured out that picture that they tried to
tired as me.
Yeah. It was basically rage bait what they did, because the picture that they shared wasn't anything new. It was from an old book that apparently no one really played or read, so there was no way for us to know that it was from that book.
Well,
and
that was sort of on us to have not picked up on, but also it's not exactly the way they should market D&D.
Yeah. Especially because I don't know about you guys, and just
wait. Decibel, I have told you about Starfish Hitler. In fact, he is in, I believe, Kamen Rider V3. And correct me if I'm wrong. I gotta go. I gotta pull up my discotheque tabs.
Not Starfish Hitler again.
Yes, it's because we're never quite done with Starfish Hitler.
God damn it! Why? Why?
I must ask you, can we be done?
I'm not ready for Starfish Hitler. Sorry.
Well, would you rather see?
When the universe
would you rather be the other way around and sees Hitler's Starfish?
Okay. Now I'm off my short topic. What in the world is Starfish Hitler?
Well,
I am happy you asked. Well, you see in, I believe, Kamen Rider V3, or was it Kamen Rider X? Either way, one of the early series of Kamen Rider. It followed a general motif of we have to have some sort of guy in a rubber suit monster. And well, one of the more infamous ones that has stuck around for all these years, villain that has kind of become an icon in his own right. If this will load, it's quite literally Starfish Hitler.
I have no words. Just no words.
No, you had words. You wanted to know, and now you found out.
Yeah, I think
now I have no
that
words
for about 5 seconds.
The only thing I'm thinking of is whenever that picture pops up, the Kanye West song needs to start playing in the background.
I don't know. You might, because it's YouTube, you might have to do something to blur out that chest piece.
I can, if you'd like, I can pull out the flamer.
Get the flamer. The heavy flamer.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's an historical context, and it's
right. A Starfish Hitler's historical context.
Yeah, that's the DC version of Starro.
No,
it's not that version of history. It's Kamen Rider history.
It's called a revisionist history.
Oh, So
There we go. That was clever. That was clever.
His face is not approved.
Oh, what? Are you too salty for that kind of that one? Huh?
Do you want my jokes to be a little bit more fresh?
I think there was one other monster they also. There's another similar sort of monster they did. That wasn't just old Starfish Hitler.
The old Starfish.
Aunt Capone.
What's the other one? Barracuda Stalin?
No.
I have to find this now.
Aunt Capone.
Who is?
Oh. Well, okay. So I was talking with somebody else from the Anime 101 community just about and this is on topic just because of it. Japan has a very interesting and rich history because of who it was accessed with, during World War II. But you have like all these German tropes and all these Western European like things that are so relevant to their history that, if America were to, I don't know, like you can't erase the history. And go ahead.
I have never been more offended in my life until I've seen Aunt Capone.
Can you share it?
I'm not in fucking Chicago.
I think that guy would give Polly a run for his money. But we also know that there is a Polly writer, right? A Polly common writer with the hat who would be great antithesis to this.
Yes.
Aunt Capone.
Oh, Kamen Rider Skull, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of, that kind of reminds me. Sort of last order of business.
Okay.
In about 2 to 3 weeks is the new Kamen Rider series, which is we're supposed to be getting that sort of international or whatever's going on with that. Kamen Rider Zetes,
right,
should be premiering. So you guys might have a little bit of homework. In fact, we might be doing a little special, like let's check out the first episode, kind of analysis review here. So, you got a couple weeks heads up on this because they're on. I think episode 48 just came out in Japan, and they tend to go for 50 or 51 episodes. So we'll know soon enough.
So they still have full-fledged seasons in Japan when we get at least for some of the stuff. Oh,
their episode count doubles even what we had back then, because you got to remember a lot of those shows in syndication were like 22 to 24 episodes.
Yeah,
this is a full on 50.
Well, anime has gone down, but their live action has gone up.
Proper season.
Nice. I understand that animation takes a while, and you have the half seasons, and sometimes you get the 24 or just the 12, but as opposed to live action where we made 5 to 7 every 3 years episodes, right?
Right. Because apparently it doesn't take much just to film explosions in a quarry for Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
I mean, and then when that quarry is all blown up, they just start blowing up a new hole and make a new quarry.
They could really literally be working as long as the explosions are far enough back. Yeah.
Well, as long as the charges blow upward.
Right.
That's we all just that's all we need is a spark or smoke just going up.
You just gotta.
No, Kamen Rider was
cool.
That's all cool.
That's good stuff there.
Ironcaster. What's up?
We need a picture like that.
What do I have? Do I have something? Give me 1 second.
You're really trying to push that Agent Decibel, huh?
Yeah, that makes me.
He's a full villain.
That makes me think of the All Red Ranger episodes.
Oh yeah,
that was my favorite episode.
Yeah, I have not paid attention to Power Rangers in a long time, but every now and then they'll have on YouTube the marathon channels or some random free channel will have it running, and you're like, oh, okay.
I don't know.
For me, after
during Turbo,
after Wild Force for me, that's when it all went downhill because I think it was a Power Rangers Ninja Storm after that, and it didn't get me like all the others before did. My favorite Time Force was my absolute favorite one though, where they come from the year like 3000 back to 2000. That was like my favorite. That was my favorite Power Ranger series. Was Time Force.
Cool. The Sentai version isn't too bad either. It might be worth checking out for its own right because they are kind of different stories. In fact,
I do like Super Sentai. There's a lot of good series of Super Sentai.
But Snacks, you asked me for something more. I have something more for you.
Oh no!
Oh, good. That's.
Do you like chicken?
Is that smoke or is that just a big weird amalgamous piece of fried chicken?
That is delicious, delicious fried chicken, my friends.
What is that, like a KFC Japanese commercial?
I think it was from like Thailand, but yes.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, I see the hot and spicy down below. Holy crap.
Hot and spicy.
No, that's actually not bad.
Explosion your taste buds.
Yeah. Or Leroy Jenkins.
Super Sentai chicken.
I just want my fried chicken.
Super Sentai fried chicken in deluxe ultra hyper glucose box.
Well, guys, I think it's that time of the night where we're going to call it for the night. Let's go around real quick on the way out. Do you have anything you want to plug on, Snacks?
I'll probably do a nip and neck tomorrow. Maybe that'll cheer me up.
Yeah.
I'm doing photos tomorrow with the Zoc Lobster.
Nice.
Diorama.
Are we gonna get some teasers on social media for that? Because I want to see the method.
No, the method. Oh, I didn't take any in progress shots, but because I was just winging it. But you're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, oh wow.
You were winging it for models based on Wing Gundam?
No. The Zoc is not a wing unit.
Oh, okay, never mind.
The lobster one is kind of loosely based on the cancer, I guess. So
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That is kind of a wing unit, I guess.
I mean, you told me that was your inspiration early on.
That was, yeah. No, yeah. You're right. You remembered.
Yeah.
Punkwaddle's always right.
Yeah. Well, not only is Punkwaddle always right, he's also pondering for us.
Sure.
What you got coming up the rest of this week, Punkwaddle?
Well, we'll see if I get positive tomorrow. I feel like I don't know. Sometimes I like the breaking the ice. I might change up some of the format because I think the PSA and the Ice House are good. The Penguin Positivity and the breaking the ice, I kind of feel like Penguin Positivity is pretty good, but I need to figure out how to do the segments because I feel like I don't know. They're not differentiated well enough. Oh, thanks.
DJ Ronnie Chi. He might not be a real DJ, but he surely is a G.
Yeah. So I'll be doing try to do, I try to be positive and upbeat. Yeah.
You said you wouldn't put him on. You lied.
I wouldn't put him on for Gundam Wing.
You lied.
Gundam Wing doesn't get the rose tinted glasses. Now G Gundam is a masterpiece. It doesn't need rose tinted glasses for me to say it's awesome, but I'm still going to wear them all the same because it's awesome.
Wing Gundam, awesome. The Wing Gundam was in G Gundam, so there.
That's true.
Technically, it was. Yeah. Anyway, so all that to say is, and I hang out with things. Oh yeah, and then hopefully the internet won't be storming it, and the internet will work, so we can have the Cotton Collision on Wednesday on Snacks channel, and I'm sure there's
topics that we can talk about. So that was
half
the battle. I didn't have that much to talk about, and the internet was.
Are you telling me the puppets actually get some? Actually cover topics?
Yeah.
What I was in our show.
Wow. So
we go hard on a topic too.
Here, let me just say this. We may not cover it on Wednesday, but I do think that that photo of Jamie Lee Curtis floating around with that kind of grayish, almost denim looking loosely buttoned shirt, I think that's her just, public response to Sydney Sweeney. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Apparently she has good genes.
Well, people are wondering where those came from, but anyway.
Pat, you have to tell me which look better, the red or the black?
The black makes you look like Grim Jim.
Yes.
I see a red tint and I want to paint it black.
Well, you see, Grim is the Kmart Rob Zombie, and I'm the.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
Oh no, I've told him. I've told him that before. He's Kmart Rob Zombie.
He's Rob.
And we
Zombie,
don't even have Kmart's anymore, so that says a lot.
He's out of business. He's out of business.
But are you our Rob Zombie at home?
He's out of business, but we still call him Big K.
We have a Rob Zombie at home. We have a Rob Zombie at home.
The Rob Zombie at home.
Rob Zombie at home. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm endorsing this.
So apparently I should go out and just get all different. What do you guys think? Should I just go and keep getting different colors of these?
Well,
Just
I'll say
this:
when I breaking the fourth wall, when I was able to get contacts and stop wearing regular glasses, I found some sunglasses that I bought every style that they had in that shape until they went out of style, stopped making them because they were awesome and how they fit my face. So that's my thing.
And I hope you all tune into my channel on Friday. Mid-afternoon, Gator is going on his very first adventure.
Oh, yeah.
The venture in which at the end of every episode, there will be a prompt. And it's up to you, the audience, to answer that prompt and help guide Gator into the right or not direction. And yeah, we'll see where that leads our friend Gator.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
The answer is always butt stuff, by the way.
So it's got to be appropriate in the comments.
Jesus.
It could be silly, just don't. Nothing too vulgar. Remember, it's on YouTube, not Pornhub. Thank you.
You say this like we haven't seen Gator's puppet hole on YouTube.
Oh,
we can't even. Most of us can't access Pornhub in our states anymore.
But well, that's your problem. That was on Jolly's show, and Jolly has a different toggle on what is appropriate.
Okay, so you can do it on other people's shows.
Things. So it's okay. He's got a character named Mike Crotch.
Yeah,
we've seen girls with pasties on his show. It's.
Yeah, well, even that's not necessarily on YouTube.
Well, it's not on YouTube, but still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's still on his show, right?
Yeah, there's a level of debauchery there.
Yeah.
So is Gator on a quest?
Gator will be on a quest, yes.
What's a
will
quest
it be the
for?
Sonic shoe? Oh my god. That might. So there may be a prompt in
Oh, no.
So there may be a prompt in the first dungeon zone. Right now, he will start in the Forest of Noob. That's where he's starting. He's getting isekai'd into the middle of the Forest of Noob.
That's hilarious.
And then,
folks, I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure looking forward to this for myself. I can't wait to see what is in store for Gator.
Yes.
But until then, guys, you have to make sure you go subscribe to Snacks and Comics. And yes, of course, we aren't forgetting about Hunter. What's going on, buddy?
I just wanted to tell everyone, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Ultra Mega TTRPGer on YouTube. and I'm actually going to push it a lot this week because I had another channel called Unscripted Unchained. He's trying to push to support me, and he says if I get to 100 subscribers, he'll have me on his little Sunday stream.
Cool.
Hey,
So-
there you go. He's a good,
so
that's
if
a
you-
good channel.
You
So
know
if I'm
what?
following you and you're not following me, subscribe. Let's get to 100 this week if we can. Well, I gotta
And
be
if
by
you
Friday.
are following him, unsubscribe to him and subscribe to me. Thank you. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I think on our way out, guys, I think I realized what the true quest for Gator is. The quest for more body pillows.
I didn't see that at the anime con. I didn't see any of the little ones. I was just like,
Did you find their booth, by the way?
I don't know which booth that was.
Alright,
That probably wasn't at Boston.
I
But-
will make sure that I hook you up with a link so you can. I think they sell them right on their website, so
Oh,
So-
cool.
it might be. I think what needs to happen is we're gonna go into a cotton council and Gator's got like a waifu body pillow on around his necklace in place of the one ring.
My precious.
Starfish
He does
Hitler
have
with a
the one
Sonic
ring
2
on his neck.
medallion.
But then he
It's true.
realizes he messed up by buying femboy body pillows.
Oh god.
No.
Like I said, you need to put it in the prompt
Alrighty
in
then.
the comments below.
This was such a disaster.
Yep.
All right, so tomorrow I actually have something good in the works. I'm over doing Talk Hard, and this week we're going for a good movie for a change. We're talking Goldfinger. So get your bond on, and
Goldfinger.
we're burning this. No one's gonna watch this shit afterwards.
Good
Good night, folks.
Burn this.
I'm sorry?
This must never be seen by anyone.
We can...
All copies. Destroy.